You're watching the Battered Fans Network.
Welcome, everybody, to episode number 37, and a very Merry Christmas to you, Mr. Daniel Solana. How are you doing, sir?
Very Merry Christmas to you. Very Merry Christmas to all of our listeners. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That would be a great Christmas present for the Battered Heat fans to get your to get your subscription to our channel. And man, we needed to talk about this episode. This is a big episode. We needed to talk about this for a while, Danny. And man, what a Christmas present it would be to get Giannis Antetokounmpo with a Miami Heat jersey like you have him right there in the middle of our screen.
Ultimately, that's the Christmas wish this year, right? Giannis. And I know the thumbnail says, should the Heat trade for Giannis? The answer in a word is yes, right? Like, I don't think anybody's going to say no. But when? Do you think that trading for him right now would really change anything this season? Because I don't.
Absolutely. I think it definitely changes. I think the Heat are going to have to change their offense if they go and get Giannis. I don't think they're going to be able to run this 3-and-D that they do. It'll have to go more to pick and roll. It'll slow down a little bit. But Giannis gets you a go-to guy, somebody that you can give the ball to when, like we say in Spanish, las papas se queman, right? When the potatoes are hot. And unfortunately for the Heat, they don't have somebody that can do that right now. We've seen them take a complete nosedive. Now they're 15-15 after that loss to Toronto a couple of nights ago. And we get Atlanta tomorrow, and I don't know what's going to happen. A month ago, I would have told you, hey, we're going to beat Atlanta by 20 points. We're going to score 140. And I just don't know if that's going to happen again. And it's frustrating. And I just think that the Heat need to trade for Giannis. Ultimately, it depends on who the Bucks are going to be asking for the Heat to make that decision, right? Because I've seen a couple of different trade offers out there or proposals, and one of them I like, the other one not so much.
Well, we'll get into that, but just real quick about Giannis. I think Giannis is great. I think Giannis will get you. He'll defend well, and he'll also put up 30, right? Because that's the thing with Bam, right? Bam that will defend well, but you hope that he can get you 18. Giannis is a guaranteed 28 to 30, so that's great. But I think a lot of people might overrate him as far as a go-to guy because the season that they won the NBA championship, I know that he put up 50 in the clinching game, but that was like an overall stat line. When it was like the clutch time, Chris Middleton was the guy that they would go to. Like Giannis isn't that guy. Now, can you have a guy like that, like Chris Middleton, next to him? Can you have a Norman Powell or a Tyler Hero that can help you get a bucket when times get like that? Yeah, I'm sure you can. But I don't think that he necessarily moves the needle this season. I think you have to build around them. You got to change the offense. Look, they should be changing it right now for Bam because Bam is suffering right now. And they haven't wanted to change it for Bam. They obviously would have to change it for Giannis, but I don't think that would change much this season. I mean, unless we get to keep the majority of the roster. I don't know.
Well, it all depends on who the Heat trade, right? But I do think that Giannis would make an impact this season. Like I said, I think he gives you your superstar, and you already have a good, supporting cast on the team that you could fit around him. You probably wouldn't give up Davion Mitchell. He would continue to start at point guard. I mean, really, if you look at it defensively, that starting lineup with Norman Powell, with Giannis, with Bam, and Andrew Wiggins becomes one of the best defensively, and you're not losing a lot of hype because obviously, you would lose Khalil Ware, but Giannis is almost 7 feet tall, and having him play power forward next to Bam, I think really would help out defensively. Not only that, but like you said, he's a guaranteed 25 points on any given night. He gets to the free throw line. He can post up. The only part of his game, which I think is not that great, is his outside shooting, and that's something that the Heat can help with, right? That's something that the Heat have showed over the course of their history that they can develop players and develop them and have them get another skill. And I think that Giannis in a Heat uniform, I mean, that would make the Miami Heat scary this year, and I think that would make them one of the top teams in the East.
Yeah, and then like you said, he isn't necessarily the best 3-point shooter, but he's not scared to take them. Like he'll take them anyway. But he isn't the great 3-point shooter. Even though this season, I'm looking it up right now, he's shooting 43% from three. but I don't know how many threes he's taken this year. But that's an incredible jump because last year he shot 22%. So, but look, Giannis obviously superstar, probably top 5 player in the NBA. So yes, you say yes no matter what. But I'm thinking along the aspect of, will that change this team this year? I know we were having a conversation on yesterday's show about whether you would at this point want to even make the play-in or the playoffs, even though you know you're going to get kicked out of in the first round. Maybe if you get lucky, maybe you get the second round. The way they're playing right now, at least. Or would you want to just roll the dice with the draft pick? You said that you want to make the playoffs always, but I don't. Giannis is the last couple of years a guaranteed first round out. Like, he hasn't carried this team anywhere. Like,
yeah, but his supporting cast hasn't been that great either, Danny. I mean, he's got Bobby Portis. Yeah, he had Dame Lillard, but Dame Lillard was injured for most of the time that he was there. He hasn't had a great supporting cast, and he also hasn't had Eric Spoelstra as his coach. He's had other coaches. He's had Mike Budenholzer.
Doc Rivers.
He's had but come on, you can't compare Doc Rivers to Spo. I mean, come on, Spo owns Doc Rivers.
But Doc Rivers isn't a slouch either.
No, but Spo owns him.
Yeah, for sure. But it wasn't the Heat that eliminated the Bucks the last couple of years. All right. So what the crazy thing about this roster is that Tyler Hero, for example, makes 31 million. I'm sorry. Andrew Wiggins, 28 mil. Terry Rozier, 26 mil. It's crazy that they don't let us trade Terry Rozier, because I think that would make things a lot better if we could just get him and move him. But we're not allowed, apparently.
Yeah, we're not allowed, but I can tell you some news, man. I got some news yesterday. Apparently, his attorney is going to move to dismiss the case. And if that happens, I guess he'll return back to the Miami Heat, and then he would be allowed. I mean, I don't think he's ever going to return to the Heat, but the Heat would be allowed to trade for him if they dismiss the charges. So, but I don't know. It's a shame. That's a lot of money that is dead money sitting on not even the bench anymore. And I agree. I mean, I think the NBA really dropped the ball when it comes to the Terry Rozier situation. But getting back to Giannis, look, I'm willing to give up absolutely anybody on this roster other than Bam Adebayo to get Giannis Antetokounmpo on this team. I think once he gets here, if he gets here, Spo will do whatever he has to do, whatever magic Spo has to do to get this team playing right. And I just don't see a year that's going to be as great for the Heat without a Giannis Antetokounmpo on the team.
All right, so what trade package do you think would work player-wise? I know that you have to throw draft picks in there and everything, but Tyler Hero, I think, is almost a guarantee that he would be in there.
Absolutely.
I think Andrew Wiggins also.
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
I think it'll be – what I saw was it was going to be Tyler, it was going to be Khalil, and it was going to be Jaime Jaquez and 2 first-round picks.
I would hate to see Jaime Jaquez go, man. I like Jaime Jaquez, dude.
Me too. But
I'd rather see Andrew Wiggins go.
I agree, but I just think the way that Jaime is playing and the fact that he's a younger player, I feel like he's the better chip to bring into the trade. But yeah, I mean, the other one that I saw was replacing Bam for Khalil Ware, and it was Bam, Tyler, and Jaime and 2 first-round picks for Giannis. I just don't see that happening. I don't see the Heat trading their captain, the Heat trading possibly their number 1 rebounder in franchise history for to blow it up. I think you trade your younger pieces to go get a Giannis, and then that's what I think.
I think Tyler is a guarantee in that trade, and like you said, I think it'll be either Khalil Ware or Bam Adebayo. I understand why, and me included, I wouldn't want to see Bam go. I think it would really suck to see him in another jersey. But just trying to forget that he's been here for almost 10 years at this point, and just thinking about on the court, I think Giannis might fit better with Khalil Ware than with Bam. Just for the fact that, for one, Giannis hates to play center. He wants to be the power forward. Bam, same shit. He doesn't want to play the 5. He wants to play the 4. I think Khalil Ware and Giannis would be the 4 or 5 that you expect. Giannis was at his best when he had Brook Lopez kind of spreading the floor and playing the 5 outside, where he was shooting threes Brook Lopez went from not shooting threes in Brooklyn at all to becoming one of the best shooting big men when he went to Milwaukee, and that opened up Giannis's game. Khalil Ware can give you that. Bam hasn't showed that he can give you that outside shot. Now, obviously, a defensive duo of Bam and Giannis is sexy as hell. So there's two aspects to it. Defensively, I think Bam, Giannis, and Andrew Wiggins would be sexy as hell on the court together. Offensively, I think Khalil Ware might work better next to Giannis. But it's going to be interesting. Regardless, you want to see it. You hope that Santa can bring that to us. But I don't know. I don't know what it would bring. And then again, I don't think that it would change us to a championship contender this year. I really don't.
I know what you think, but I want to know what the listeners think. So definitely leave your comments down below. Let us know. Would you bring Giannis? What would your trade package be? And also let us know, do you think that Giannis would make a difference on this Heat squad? And where would he finish up? Yeah, this year.
No, I don't. They have to change the offense around. And look, and like I said, you said yourself, like when you look at this Heat team, the way they've been playing the last month, do you think that this is like a really good roster? It's not.
Damn, you killed me. It's not a great roster, but it's a good roster.
Okay, but we said that Giannis has been a one and done in the playoffs the last couple of years because he didn't have a good roster around him. Like once you move either Bam and Tyler or Khalil and Tyler, like when you see what's left, and I'm sure that we'll probably bring one player back, maybe Tayshaun Prince or some shit. But when you see what's left, like, do you really think that the roster is going to be something that I don't think it'll make a difference this year? You do it anyway because you're thinking about the future at this point, because then you go into next year, you got the offseason to cook, and then you're ready to hit the round running next year. I get it. But I'm just talking strictly about this year, right? That's the whole my whole argument this year.
Yeah,
I don't think it makes sense.
Danny, I mean, look, you know Pat Riley. You know Pat is not going to tank. And so, he's going to do whatever it takes to make this roster better. He doesn't have that many years left as the president of basketball operations for the Miami Heat, but he's going to do whatever it takes. You've seen him historically throughout the years, with the Heat retooling, and that's exactly what you need to do. And I think Spoelstra is a good enough coach to where if you give him any set of players, he'll come up with some sort of offense and some sort of defense to get these guys playing collectively. And I have no doubt that if Giannis were to come, I think he would be a big piece of this roster this year. And not only that, but I think they would make a deep playoff run if we could get somebody like Giannis on this team.
One underrated move that he could do if they were to do this and have to get rid of Tyler Hero and Jaime Jaquez. There's this guy in Brooklyn, Cam Thomas. I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about. He is a walking bucket, and nobody wants him. He stopped playing in the month of December, and the Nets have won I think it's 8 out of their last 10 games. Like they've just gone, they've ruined the tank because Cam Thomas hasn't been playing because defensively he's a liability.
Why do you want to bring him here then?
Well, because off the bench we need scoring. So if all of a sudden Jaime Jaquez and Tyler Hero go away on a trade, you have your bucket getter. And again, this is just hypothetically because I'm trying to think of if we have to get rid of Jaime and Tyler Hero for Giannis, you're gonna need buckets off the bench.
So you got Pell for.
When's he coming back? Pell isn't a bucket getter. Cam Thomas can drop 50 randomly on a night. Like that guy.
Yeah, but how many shots does he need to drop 50?
No, 40? He's pretty efficient.
Okay. I just don't want to bring any of that bad juju over from Brooklyn down to Miami.
Oh, well, they're going to be selling pieces because they're supposed to be tanking and they're fucking winning. It's ridiculous. Any final words on the Giannis front, Solana?
No, just please, Santa, bring me Giannis.
Absolutely. I hope everybody enjoys their Christmas Day basketball. This is when everybody says that the NBA really starts. And bring back the NBA jerseys, the Christmas jerseys. This is legit looks like a Christmas jersey. This is my favorite Christmas jersey. I wish I would have gotten somebody else, but it sucks that they.
Who's on that jersey?
Whiteside.
Oof, that's a rough one.
Yeah, I know. It was that time. It was that era.
That's $100 million mistake right there.
It can't be any worse than Tyler Johnson.
Tyler Johnson was a bucket.
That guy was a mistake. What was it, 50 mil? Was it for him? It was some ridiculous number. At least that's how Whiteside can get you like man numbers. Tyler Johnson was a mistake. All right. If you're listening on audio, appreciate you listening to the MP. Leave us 5 stars and a comment. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. Merry Christmas to everybody. We'll be back after the Hawks game, right? The morning after the Hawks game. Hopefully, talking about staying over 500.
Hopefully.
Because at this point, we can go drop under 500. And if you would have told me that on Thanksgiving, I would have thought you were crazy. Hey, it's Thanksgiving today. By the way, Christmas Day or the day after Christmas Day, you're going to drop under 500. I would have said it's impossible. But here we are.
Here we are.
All right. Well, I hope everybody has a great and blessed Christmas. And until the next one, have a good one.